You talked about working as much as 17 or 18 hours a day. One of the challenges with people that are running a business, starting a business, growing a business is how do you manage that work life balance? So maybe just talk about how you've learned to deal with that over time.
Yeah, work-life balance definitely is a very important thing. You have to have your own time, your family time. You don't want to miss because in the prime time of your life, and then at the same time you have the right energy to become an entrepreneur. The right age, somebody told me very early on was, if you want to really become an entrepreneur, the best age is going to be between 30 and 35 because you've worked for someone for about 10 years, you've got enough knowledge, you still have a lot of energy and risk-taking ability to jump into it and try it. But that's the time when your kids are very young and they're growing and they need you at home. So as a very young first-generation entrepreneur, I've always made a fundamental decision that 6 o'clock, whatever I have on my plate, I actually shut everything down between 6 and 10 o'clock in the night. I actually give the time to the family and then get back to work from 10 on till however long I can stretch myself. So I made sure that there are certain slots that I've kept for my family. And then in the morning, the best time to work. At the same time, I've actually said from 5:30 until 8:30, I play tennis, go to gym. I make sure that I have time, keep myself up. And those are the two slots that nothing can actually come in the middle of those things. Whatever that's out there, especially if I'm traveling, sometimes there is a few things here and there I do it. I mean, if like right now, for example, I'm actually in one of our project locations. I don't have family, so I can spend this time. But if I'm at home, I generally don't schedule anything. I've created the morning times, and for the family, the evening times, so that and then you're more productive because you're happy and you're, even though you work only, let's say, 8 to 12 hours, those 8 hours are really going to be productive because you've given the time to the necessary things that are out there. You made sure that you keep yourself healthy so that you can sustain and work harder because that's when as you're growing your business, you need to put a lot of time to it. And also you give enough time to your family so that they're not missing and then you're not creating a situation where, come this far, but you missed out on your kids growing up and your family and your wife and, the entire setup.
Yeah, it's interesting when I say work-life balance, because I talk to an awful lot of business leaders and CEOs, and the family is the first thing that comes to mind. But you've not only created time for the family, but for yourself. So physically, you're active because I think a lot of folks would say that's the first thing that gets put away. That's the first thing you lose.
Yeah.
But you make a good point. If you aren't physically able, if you're not mentally able, then you can't really put 10 or 12 hours into the business or your family.